Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Milligan. We're at the ADA meeting in San Francisco, so there's some background noise, but I have Dr. Charles Blair with me, and I can just tell you, I don't say this about many things, but if you don't have his products, just get them. You need what Dr. Charles Blair has, and he's a great guy. Charles, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay, so I'd like to visit a little bit about the coding things that you have. You got the products, you got the book, you got an online product as well.
I do.
We actually have both. I have one gal who loves the book and the other gal who loves the online. The online is much more robust, but the book is just so much better than the one the ADA puts out, the CDT code. Tell us about your book and then your online product.
Okay, great. The book has all of the codes, and each of the codes is in the book. We license that from the ADA.
Right.
But I think the difference is this book has comments, limitations, narratives, photographs, various things.
Explanations, much better than what you get in the other book.
Right, and so that's the value really of the book.
Right.
You know, there's 84 coding changes. 84.
Right.
And
well, I get your newsletter, and that came recently in the newsletter. You sign up for that service as well.
That's correct. So 35 new codes, 37 revised codes,
right,
and 12 deleted codes.
Deleted codes, right.
So the book is about 75 pages more, but like you say, the Practice Booster website has about double the pages and is very robust.
Right.
You can automatically put a code in and search for the code.
Right.
It's got a Google type function. The whole works.
Oh, the search function is awesome. Can you see the book okay? Yeah, the Coding with Confidence book. This is the new one. With all the additions and deletions in the codes, this is even a bigger book than last year.
Yes, about 75 pages bigger.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, you've got thousands and thousands of dentists using this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're up to about probably 13,000 or so.
13,000 dentists.
Yes.
The smart ones that know what they're doing with their coding are using your book.
Yep.
What else would you like to tell us about the book itself, other than it's just indispensable in your practice? You need to be coding right too to stay legal. Be sure you're putting in the proper codes, and Charles explains that to you. What else would you like to tell us?
Well,
you've been doing this how long?
Oh, about 10 years or so.
Okay.
And the book also has a giant index in the back, and you can look up manufacturers like Icon, or look up a particular ceramic material. So it has a lot of commercial aspects to it, in that you can look up Arrestin and find out what is that code.
Okay.
So you're not fumbling around on some of the commercial products.
Right.
We have that matched to the index and the product.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anything else about the book itself?
I think that's just about it on the book.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk a little bit. The online product came out when?
About a year ago.
Okay. Been extremely well received.
Yes.
It's got, you say, twice as much information as the book. It's got more narratives and search functions.
Yes, and we're adding this January we're adding videos. So you'll be able to look a code up and also have a video about the more used codes, the more robust codes.
Okay.
And so we'll have that. We're also going to have a new index added to it. The beauty about the website, it's always kind of a work in process.
Right.
So Mike, if you call up, your office calls up and has a question and says, we read this online, can you explain this more? I can hang up and put the new material right in on that code.
Right.
So it's a living thing.
Right, it's easy to update.
Right. Now the codes, the books though, comes out every year.
Right.
The codes will be every 12 months.
Right.
And so we will have a lot more codes, and you know, we're moving to a PPO environment. About 90% of the plans are PPOs.
Wow.
And about 10% are indemnity type plans.
Okay.
And Delta Dental, 92% of their plans are PPO. 8% are Delta Premier.
Wow.
That's where we are.
Know that. Okay.
We're moving to a PPO environment. The other thing is the corporations are coming in. And this means that the average dentist has got to be more business-like.
Right.
I guarantee you, the corporations have the latest books.
Right.
They have the latest knowledge, the corporations.
Yeah.
And so every practicing dentist has got to be more business-like.
Okay.
And they need these materials.
Okay. Now, tell us about the cost, Charles.
The cost, the book is $109.
Okay.
The newsletter is $169.
Okay.
And our online product is $297. Now that's a year, not a month.
Okay.
$297 a year, which is
right.
24 bucks a month.
Right.
Is what its cost is.
Okay, great. Now let's go ahead and we'll show the online product, a little bit about that.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's take a look at practicebooster.com. So the name of the website is Practice Booster, one word, practicebooster.com. And I want to show some features of the Practice Booster online coding system. The Code Advisor is the equivalent really of the book. And we have here a dashboard, and we have bookmark codes, we have frequently used codes, and recent searches. So this is kind of our dashboard, and we can enter a code number, or we have a Google type search function. So I'm going to show, the first thing I'm going to show you is how we put a code in. So I'm going to put in, for instance, the occlusal guard. So that's code 9940. So I'm going to punch in 9940, then we hit our enter and go. And of course we're on the convention floor. Notice how fast that was, even on the public Wi-Fi access here. Now, as we look at the screen, right here is the ADA code. When you buy the book, ADA book, you're getting the occlusal guard by report, one sentence, and of course a listing. And of course we do pay a royalty for the use of the codes in our system. Well, the code, we have warnings, we have cautions, we have comments, we have limitations, we have narratives, we have additional information, and then of course we have a picture here of the occlusal guard, and that blows up and shows us the occlusal guard. So I'm going to go back to the top of the page. We also can bookmark the code here. We could print out the code. I also can quick navigate. If I wanted to go straight to the images of the code, I can hit image and it drops me down to the images. Also, within the code, I can print out the code on a printer here, or I can go to a brand new code. So I'm going to do a search here. Instead of another code, I'm just going to do a Google type search. So I'm going to put in X-ray, and what this system will do, it's now searching throughout the system, and up pops the various X-rays. And so there's cone beam and so forth down the page. Here's the complete series. And so when I cover up the full series block, up it pops. And if I want to go and explore the full series, all I do is hit this button here, and then it will phase over. And here is our complete series. Now notice again the ADA code, and then we have the red warning. Now the red warning simply means if you use this code in this way, you could get in trouble. Caution, some caution signs. We have the FDA guidelines in here. We have comments, limitations, and we have, of course, the full series. So this is a kind of a learning system for staff, and we call this the Code Advisor. The next feature we have is our newsletter. The Insurance Solutions newsletter is online. This is the September-October issue, and we actually have the last 3 issues, a $500 value when you sign up for Practice Booster, and we have all types of articles. For instance, here's an article here on the new codes, and so the 35 new dental codes. And so we have a robust system of 3 years of our newsletter, along with some archives. In addition, we have the Resource Center, and the Resource Center has some of our essential information. We have Q&As, we have PPOs, narratives, tips, forms, checklist, a variety of information for research. In addition, there's a forum, and we have the forum, and also our telephone support center is included. And I will not go into our consulting, but we also have here several pages of our consulting services, events. I speak just about every week somewhere across the country. And so this is our PracticeBooster.com online product. It's $297. Again, it's the electronic version of the book. It's the electronic version of the newsletter, plus the paper newsletter, the Resource Center, the forum, and also our telephone support. So that's basically our all-inclusive Practice Booster system that is online, and this is the future. In fact, the future is here today, and practice management software will also go into the cloud. So this is accessible through an iPad, through a smartphone. One license runs the entire office. It could be all the computers in the office at one time, could be on the Practice Booster website. So thank you very much.
So there you have it. If you haven't had Charles's products, just get them. Get the book. Get the online product, it will make such a difference in your practice. It will make you money, and it will keep you doing the right thing. Charles, any last things you'd like to say before we close?
No, just that we have these products. We want to help dentists become more businesslike and to not step over dollars for pennies.
Right.
And we want them to really work to optimize this and to stop leaving money on the table.
Great. By putting in the right codes,
That's
the right
right.
procedures, you actually make more money doing it that way.
That's right, and do it right.
How do we get in touch with you, Charles?
Well, practicebooster.com.
Practicebooster, BOOSTER.com.
And of course, drcharlesblair.com is our other website.
Okay.
But practicebooster.com is where it all is.
Where I have everything. Charles,
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you so much
for being with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.